know, it's been a while, so I feel kind of shy going back on the camera again since I've been gone for quite some time. Hello, how's everybody doing? DB Grimson here, Banshee here. Sorry about the lighting. I gotta fix that all up. But, yeah. We're back. And there's a few things that I would like to show you guys that I didn't show with the brief video, with the new video that I just posted not too long ago. Should go check it out. Should have it on my playlist too. Bunch of videos too. But, yeah. We're back. And if you're new to the channel, hello. How are you? Welcome. Subscribe. Hope I said that right. Subscribe. Yeah. Subscribe. Like, share, all that other nonsense. A little kooky. Nowadays. But we are back. Banshee is alive. Somewhat. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A few things that I noticed, especially in the last video. If you guys remember at the end where I started it, well, noticed I had another vacuum leak, and I'll show you exactly where that vacuum leak is coming from. More like a boost leak, I think. But anyways, you guys want to know what I've done with the truck? Come on, let me show you real quick. Maybe I'll even give you a pricing. Leave the links down below if I have to, alright? If you guys are interested in some of this stuff, alright? First off, I'd like to go ahead and mention that she is finally put back together, as you guys can see. Headlights are working, fog lights are working. I did have to do a little bit of stitching, if you noticed right here, so did some, you know, Frankenstein, schooly boy stuff. But, yeah, she is actually put back together. So, and if you noticed, that's where I got my exhaust coming out from the turbo and wastegates on both sides. But then, over here, I know I haven't done any videos of this, but, yes, it is thundering in the background. But I did install this sometime last month because I needed to make room for the intercooler flip around. So, and I'll show you guys that here in a minute. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it works really nicely. Can't complain. But, and yes, I do smoke. Kids, do not smoke. It's a bad habit. I'm trying to quit. Been trying to do that for about 12 years now. But yeah, this here is for you folks that are brand new to the channel. I know it might look a little wonky. That's because the engine on these, for some apparent reason, sits kind of, I don't know, kind of cocks in a way. I don't know how the engine, I don't know how Dodge really displays this, but because of the cheap parts that I originally planned putting on this, if you can go back to the previous videos, I do have it in my playlist for those of you who are new to the channel. I originally had these turbos sitting sideways, and then the muffler, or the exhaust from both turbos, would run down, and was actually going down in through here, but that no longer is there. That just decided to go bye-bye. So I cut a lot of the frame out from the front in order to fit these GT35s from max speeding rods. Now, I know a lot of people have already done this, and, you know, I've seen a lot of Rams, I've seen a lot of Dakotas, you know, I've seen, you know, Boosted Boys, you know, they made a big thing about with the GT35s from the beginning. So I figured, hell, I got time. Well, I got time now. If you guys are OGs from the beginning, you guys remember that I had a small black intercooler. That's gone. I ended up selling that. Got this Rev 9 Thicky Boy intercooler, and that's why I had to remove this. And yeah, I kind of buggered up the back over here, but kind of tried to make a cover. And all my little stickers up here, obviously. But yeah, this is how I have pretty much everything set up. Basically, I have intercooler coming down, running. Basically, it's going downwards. I mean, if I had my light, I'll get my light set up here. I have my light little set up here. I've never used this before, so we're going to learn together. But this is pretty much my quick setup. But one of the things I wanted to show you all, a hot dog. Look at all that light. So one of the things I wanted to show you, I messed up on. So here is this little pipe right here, and it runs down and over, and I have it sitting basically on the hot side, running up, and whoop, my dopey butt decided, well, I'm going to leave it over here and have it run up into the wastegate back here so that you can see. Alright, well, because of that, in the last video when I turned it on, I ended up, I don't know if I can show you guys a good picture of it. If you guys can see that, how it widened out and frayed, it melted a hole in here, and then another one down here. If you guys can see that, how that little bulge right there. So this side is doing okay. I got nothing wrong here. So, but what I'm thinking about doing is off camera, because this is going to be boring, is I'm going to take these, basically the bung that's back here, I'm going to switch them over because there's another spot over here that I can unplug and then plug that back here, run a shorter line, and somehow have it like zip tie or taper up here somehow and go in. I don't know, I'll have to figure something out. That's why it's going to be a boring video. I don't want to have you guys, have to deal with that. But one of the things that you guys might remember from the very beginning is what I did with the actual engine. Is the keg, the throttle, the cylinder heads. I changed all the gaskets. I cleaned everything nice. Everything is perfectly fine. But then I had to take this out because my oil milked. So I ended up busting a bolt accidentally somehow in the back. I got that out, and I plugged everything back up. So everything's cool. Now, if you guys noticed all these little wires over here, alright, that's the Holley Terminator X. Alright, this is not the Max, this is just the X. And yes, I made it work on my 99 5.2 liter 318 engine. Alright, this is on a Durango. I don't know why I did this. My brain don't work too well. But yeah, it was supposed to start out as a simple build where everything was supposed to be easy and cheap, and yeah, that didn't last. That didn't last very long. So, details. I got this all set up right here. I don't know what I was thinking. Turn around and I made a couple brackets for the alternator so it sits nice. It's good and tight. It will never move. obviously some cheapo electric fans, dual electric fans. And then down here for the transmission. And then what's nice about how I have this fan set up is it not only pushes the air into this intercooler, but it also pushes more air into the radiator, if you guys can see. So that's a little extra help. And then the radiator fans will suck in air on one fan and push air on the other fan to kind of give it a better circulation in a way. It's worked out so far. Yeah, this whole setup is kind of janky. If you guys can see that intercooler piping down there, that runs up into here and goes into the turbine. Alright, and then this bad boy splicings to here. Then I got my intercooler that runs from this pipe, goes down and up into this blow-off valve, into the system here. And this is a 50 millimeter blow-off valve, and these are all 60 millimeter wastegates. I have obviously two of them, you guys can see. And how I have everything set up, and this is a don't laugh at my expense. Well, you guys can laugh at my expense. This is my setup. So this is my wastegate. That's the hot side, 3-inch pipe. Goes in, out, through the, yeah, on both sides. So you can see it's, yeah. Eventually, in the future, we'll change that all up and straight back, because all this will probably get better along the way when we grow. So another thing that I also installed, if you guys can see, is a Sniper EFI Hyperspark ignition coil. Alright, and then I also have the Holley 2.5 map. And this is the whole setup for the fuel system. Now the fuel system I did everything under the sun. Basically tried to make it cheap, but that didn't work out. I ended up getting a 450 LPH returnless fuel pump for it. It's in the unit right now. It works beautifully. And on top of that, if you guys see, I also have a dual sync distributor. That didn't, that gave me some trouble for a little while. And, yeah. If you're interested in knowing, if you have a Durango or a Dakota and you're still using the stock keg, you're going to have to move a couple of teeth from that, like that gearing for the cam, or the oil gear, whatever you want to call it. But if you guys see that I have a different throttle in there now, because the one that I had, I broke the spring. I broke the spring on the other throttle, so that crapped out on me. Have to fix that. And, yeah, so, moving on and moving forward. If you're still watching, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are OGs. These are the wires. They go in. That's the Holley system that goes in. Not going to sugarcoat it, guys. I tried to do my best to make this thing clean. You know, hide all the wires, make sure nothing's, you know, bombarding anyone's feet, all that other nonsense. So, but this is where I have my Holley. Alright, this is the Terminator X. It works, beautiful. I have it stationary, so if I can do this with one hand, that would be amazing. But she's not going anywhere. I can close this unit anytime I want. So I have everything tucked up in a way so that none of it's going to get hot. Anything that blows from the heat down below, all the wiring are away from everything. And yeah, I mean, you guys obviously seen my little tablet there that I did a long time ago. But this is where I stationed my unit right here, just next to my on-off for the rear window wipers. And then, obviously, you guys seen the 3 gauges. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe if you guys are liking this stuff. I mean, please comment down below if there's anything you guys want me to show you. But you're probably wondering how I have everything set up. So this is basically how it works, okay? So one of the things I did not show you guys in the last video was how I have this all set up back here. So this is my relocation kit. Now I'm literally in the rear. And this is where I have everything fused up. Alright. Right now I have the negative wires, or the positive. Right now I have the negative battery wire dislodged for the time being, so I'm not draining any battery. And that sits nice and tight, just like that. Alright, and then over here, I have what is a 250 breaker, just in case something happens up front. And I have this all running, directly like this. It's, my little project for the time being. Still gotta figure out a way to cover that all up. Here's my negative. And my truck's a mess right now. Hope you all like it. But she's pretty dirty. Need to give her a quick bath. So this is the fun part. Alright? You guys are gonna love this. Because it's almost close to the end of the video. But this is how it works, okay? In order for this Holley system to turn on, it has its own setup. Alright? That key, the ignition, will not turn this computer on. I have everything separate from each other. So in order for everything to turn on, I have a special button hidden for this. And that's what's funny about how I have everything set up. And it's only to my liking. So, sorry guys, I'm not going to show you exactly where I have the button hidden. Maybe later on down the road, when I decide to change the entire setup on everything, because we are still going to be doing a lot more stuff like a roll cage and a suspension system and all that other nonsense. But, yeah, if you guys are interested, I will leave a link on everything to the battery relocation kit, the Holley, that unit, the other unit, my turbos, where I got all my wastegates. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for right now. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I got to get some work done. So, if you like what I've done with the truck, give it a thumbs up. In next video, I will have, I forgot to mention, my goodness, I found a tuner. He's amazing. Scott Clark from RealTuners LLC. He's gonna be doing all the tuning for the vehicle. I feel like I got a piece of hair on my upper lip, other than my peach fuzz. Anywho's, what was I talking about? I forgot. Oh yeah, no. He's gonna be doing all of my He's gonna be doing all of my tuning to get all the gremlins out of Banshee, and telling me if there's anything else that I need to change out. But I'm gonna start heading in here in just a minute because it's starting to really get bad out, thunderstorming, and I'm in a carport. I don't feel like getting electrocuted. All right. So if you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you like what you see and you want to keep going with us, join. That's cool. Leave a comment, share. For those of you that are OGs at the end of the video, I appreciate you. I'm finally back, and I will be coming out with more content here shortly. Got a few things that we got to do with the roof. And as you guys can see, I got everything gutted, but I got spiders everywhere. Alright, so, see you later, guys. And, never laugh at anyone's dream.